Artificial intelligence is finally coming to your iPhone and your MacBook, and in this video I will break down everything that you need to know. Now, what you can expect from this video is, first of all, we're gonna go into Apple Intelligence, their version of AI, all the features that are coming, and also this weird, interesting interracial couple that Apple and ChatGPT are gonna make. We're also gonna look at the new Siri, which looks really promising, the AI supercharged new tools, and the image generation. We're gonna look at WWDC, which, for those of you that don't know, is Apple's worldwide developers conference. This is where year by year they announce the updates that are coming to their products and to their software. So we're gonna look at the recording of this WWDC conference and break down all the details that you need to know. By the way, this is edited by me. I cut it up and cut out the boring parts, so let's just look into it.
Recent developments in generative intelligence and large language models provide the opportunity to take the experience of using Apple products to new heights.
Okay, so by the way, this is the CEO of Apple, for those of you that don't know. And this is interesting because Apple just said artificial intelligence for the first time ever, which is, I guess, a historic moment.
It has to be powerful enough. It has to be intuitive and easy to use. It has to be deeply integrated into your product experiences. Most importantly, it has to understand you and be grounded in your personal context. And of course, it has to be built with privacy from the ground up.
Okay, so two important things. Personal, the big superpower that Apple has is that they have access to all your contacts, all your personal information, because using your iPhone, and they can create AI, which is going to leverage that. And also they are big on privacy. They don't want your data and stuff to be leaked to weird organizations.
Introducing Apple Intelligence.
Apple Intelligence is the personal intelligence system that puts powerful generative models right at the core. Apple Intelligence will enable your iPhone, iPad, and Mac to understand and create language as well as images and take action for you to simplify interactions across your apps.
Action is a big one here, because language and image, you can already use ChatGPT for that. But for action, let's say you tell your iPhone, hey, send a message to this guy or put a new calendar event here. That's a big one. That's going to be one of those big time savers.
And what's truly unique is its understanding of your personal context. For example, in the Notes app, you can now record and transcribe audio. And when your recording is finished, Apple Intelligence generates a summary to help you recall the key points at a glance.
Okay, this is not bad. Just record a voice note and have a text summary of that. Nothing crazy yet.
Recordings, transcriptions, and Apple Intelligence-powered summaries are also coming to the phone app. And when you start a recording in a live call, participants are automatically notified, so no one is surprised. Apple Intelligence also powers...
Okay, so basically now you can record phone calls and create a written summary of that. I'm not sure how much you or me are going to use that, but fine.
Brand new writing tools that you can access system-wide to feel more confident in your writing. And now you can...
Okay, just for the writing part, you could already pretty much do this with ChatGPT, but now it's integrated right into your phone, right into your MacBook. So I think more people are going to start using it because it's just there. Like, you just have to click it.
Create totally original images to make everyday conversations even more enjoyable. In addition to messages, this experience is built into apps throughout the system, like Notes, Freeform, Keynote, and Pages.
Okay, so basically, again, nothing new here. You could already do images with Midjourney, ChatGPT, etc. Again, it's just going to be integrated into your apps, into your messages, so more people are going to start using it.
Another way Apple Intelligence is deeply impactful is its ability to take action across your apps. So you can say things like, pull up the files that Jaws shared with me last week, or show me all the photos of Mom, Olivia, and me, or play the podcast that my wife sent the other day. We're designing Apple Intelligence to be able to orchestrate these and hundreds of other actions for you.
Okay, so this is, I think, the biggest one. One thing that I'm noticing here is that what you see on the screen, they are all Apple native apps. So I'm wondering, is this gonna work with third-party apps like Instagram or Facebook or all the apps like Notion that you would use for your business?
There's one more critical building block for personal intelligence, and that's an understanding of your personal context. Suppose one of my meetings is being rescheduled for late in the afternoon, and I'm wondering if it's going to prevent me from getting to my daughter's play performance on time. Apple Intelligence can process the relevant personal data to assist me. It can understand who my daughter is, the play details she sent several days ago, the time and location for my meeting, and predicted traffic between my office and the theater.
This is exactly what artificial intelligence should be like. Understands who your family members are, what your plans are, how you want to get there with traffic and stuff, and it actually is helpful.
Understanding this kind of personal context is essential for delivering truly helpful intelligence. But it has to be done right. Powerful intelligence goes hand in hand with powerful privacy. The cornerstone of the personal intelligence system is on-device processing. We have integrated it deep into your iPhone, iPad, and Mac, and throughout your apps, so it's aware of your personal data without collecting your personal data. When you make a request, Apple Intelligence analyzes whether it can be processed on device. If it needs greater computational capacity, it can draw on private cloud compute and send only the data that's relevant to your task to be processed on Apple Silicon servers. There are other
Okay, so Apple was always really big on privacy and not using your data. So pretty much they will have a small language model on your phone. And if it needs bigger like computational power, then it's going to send a signal or a request to Apple servers. And here comes an interesting part. This is the mixed race couple.
artificial intelligence tools available that can be useful for tasks that draw on broad world knowledge or offer specialized domain expertise. We want you to be able to use these external models without having to jump between different tools. So we're integrating them right into your experiences. And we're starting out with the best of these, ChatGPT from OpenAI, powered by GPT-4o, into the...
Okay, this is super interesting. So basically, ChatGPT from OpenAI is going to be integrated into your iPhone. And the interesting part is that OpenAI is owned by Microsoft, which is a competitor to Apple. And it reminded me, I found this cool meme on the internet. Basically, Sam Altman with ChatGPT and OpenAI bringing Microsoft into Apple products, which is crazy. So what you need to understand here is ChatGPT is pretty much the best when it comes to like large language models here. And Apple is not really trying to compete with them. They are not trying to create a better large language model. Their superpower is that they have their devices in your pocket, so they just create an AI model that is going to help you take actions and all that stuff. And when it needs big world knowledge that, let's say, ChatGPT has, they're integrating it into the iPhone, and you will see exactly how it looks like.
System-wide writing tools with Compose. You can create content with ChatGPT for whatever you're writing about. Put in your initial idea and send it to ChatGPT to get something back she'll love. Compose can also help you tap into ChatGPT's image capabilities to generate images in a wide variety of styles to illustrate your bedtime story. You'll be able to access ChatGPT for free without creating an account. We build support into Siri, so Siri can tap into ChatGPT's expertise when it might be helpful for you. For example, if you need menu ideas, you can just ask Siri. Siri determines that ChatGPT might have good ideas for this, asks your permission to share your question, and presents the answer directly.
Okay, so basically you ask something from Siri. If it can make the process on your phone, it's going to do it. If it needs Apple servers, it's going to send it to Apple. But if it needs bigger knowledge that, let's say, ChatGPT has, then it's going to send the request to OpenAI. So that's pretty much how it's going to be structured.
You can also include photos with your questions. You can take a picture and ask, what kind of plants would go well on this deck? Siri confirms if it's okay to share your photo with ChatGPT and brings back relevant suggestions. It's a seamless integration. If a developer has already adopted Siri Kit, they'll see immediate enhancements from many of Siri's new capabilities without additional work.
Okay, so this Siri Kit part, I'm not an expert on this, but to me, what this means is, let's say you ask Siri, hey, play this song on Spotify. Now, Spotify is not a native Apple app. It's a third-party app, but it is integrated with Siri. So I am assuming that if apps are integrated with Siri, and when you talk to Siri, it's going to use this AI knowledge and this extra new stuff that is coming out also in third-party apps. That's my understanding of it.
We're also investing deeply in the App Intense framework to connect the vast world of apps with Apple Intelligence. We're defining new intents across our operating systems and making them available to developers, starting with these categories.
Okay, so pretty much what this means to me is you can use Apple Intelligence integrations in third-party apps, and it's coming. So it's not just the Apple native apps like we saw earlier, it's actually like all apps in the future, potentially.
An app like Darkroom will be able to use the Apply Filter intent to give users the ability to say, apply a cinematic preset to the photo I took of Ian yesterday. These are just a handful of the updates coming to our platform SDKs, so developers can add intelligent and useful features to their apps. Apple Intelligence will be available to try out in US English this summer. We're bringing it to users in beta as part of iOS 18, iPadOS 18, and macOS Sequoia this fall.
Okay, perfect. Next up is
Right
Siri.
after that, you'll see Siri's got a new look. When you talk to Siri, you'll notice it's more deeply integrated into the system experience with this elegant glowing light that wraps around the edge of your screen. And you can speak to Siri more naturally. Even if I stumble over my words, Siri understands what I'm getting at. What does the weather look like for tomorrow at Muir Beach? Oh wait, I meant Muir Woods.
The forecast is calling for clear skies in the morning near Muir Woods National Monument.
Okay, so basically one problem with Siri so far was that it often doesn't understand you. You talk to it for like 10 seconds and it does something completely different. So now with natural language understanding, you can kind of ramble and it still will understand your intent, which I think is a good update.
Siri also maintains conversational context, so I can follow up and say, create an event for a hike there tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Hike is scheduled for 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on June 11th.
You have the option to type to Siri. With just a double tap at the bottom of the screen, I can quickly and quietly ask Siri to set an alarm.
I think this is nothing crazy. I'm sure you could type to Siri already before, and asking an alarm, you could already pretty much do that, but fine.
Apple Intelligence will provide Siri with on-screen awareness, so it'll be able to understand and take action with things on your screen.
Okay, this is awesome. This is really nice.
For example, say a friend texts you his new address. Right from the messages thread, you can say, add this address to his contact card. And Siri will take care of it. Siri will take.
Okay, so I'm thinking of stuff like, let's say you talk to a lead on Instagram and they send you their email address, and you can set up an automation for that, I guess, or you can just copy it and go into your CRM and paste it manually. But this is where it's going to be big. You just say, hey Siri, add this email address to this XYZ lead, which is going to be a really nice time
take
saver.
Actions inside apps on your behalf. Siri will have the ability to take hundreds of new actions in and across apps. Siri, when is my mom's flight landing? What's awesome is that Siri actually cross-references flight details that my mom shared with me by email with real-time flight tracking to give me her up-to-date arrival time. What's our lunch plan? How long will it take us to get there from the airport? I haven't had to jump from mail to messages to maps to figure out this plan. And this is only the beginning. Siri will be able to understand and take more actions in more apps over time.
Okay, sick. By the way, these random cuts that you see, I just cut out the boring parts so the experience is nicer for you. Okay, next up, rewrite. This is nothing crazy. I mean, it's very cool, but pretty much you could already do this with ChatGPT. Let's look at it regardless.
Rewrite gives you different versions of what you've written, so you can choose the one you like best. Rewrite also helps you get the tone right. Well, now you can change.
Okay, so I'm cutting a lot of stuff out here. So pretty much what you can do is help write stuff with AI. You can proofread, you can change the tone to friendly, professional, blah, blah, blah. You can create a summary. I mean, we're going to go through all of that. Just that's roughly what rewrite is.
the tone of that response to your colleague. Another way writing tools can help you is with proofread. Say you're emailing your English professor. With proofread, you can nail grammar, word choice, and sentence structure. Use summarize to bring out the key points, and then add them as a TLDR right at the top. In addition to mail, you can access writing tools system-wide, nearly everywhere you write, including third-party apps.
Okay, so this is sick. anywhere that you write on your phone, anything, you can use Apple's AI writing tools, and you won't have to switch to ChatGPT, switch to the app, switch to the website. It's just everywhere.
Apple Intelligence also powers Smart Reply in Mail. You will now see suggestions for your response based on the email. And if you jump into a particularly long email when you're in a hurry, you can tap to reveal a summary at the top of the email and cut right to the chase. Instead of previewing the first few lines of each email that don't always convey the most useful information, you can now see summaries visible right from your email list. Determine what's most urgent and surface it right at the top. Understanding of
Okay, so basically, it's gonna give you auto recommendations to reply to emails. It's gonna summarize long emails. It's gonna summarize email subjects so that you know what it's about. And it's gonna put the top priority emails on top.
into more places, like your notifications. First, just like in Mail, your priority notifications appear at the top of the stack. Apple Intelligence also enables an all-new focus called Reduce Interruptions. It understands the content of your notifications to selectively surface only the ones that might need immediate attention, like a text about today's daycare pickup.
We have an update to photo editing. Now, the new cleanup tool will identify distracting objects in the background so you can make them disappear without accidentally changing your subject.
This is really useful.
Plus, searching for photos and videos is much more convenient because you can now use natural language phrases, like Maya skateboarding in a tie-dye shirt, or Katie with stickers on her face.
I think this can also be really nice time saver because I create personally a lot of content on Instagram, and whenever I try to find an old picture and post it in my stories, I often search for a really long time.
Search in videos is also more powerful, with the ability to find a particular moment in the middle of a video clip. So you can go right to the relevant segment when you search for that video of Maria cartwheeling on the grass.
Let's take a closer look at how Apple Intelligence helps you express yourself visually in messages. So we're introducing Genmoji.
Super. I'm sure the 50-plus-year-old moms are gonna love this.
You can create Genmoji on device right in the keyboard. Just provide a description and you'll see your Genmoji appear right before your eyes, along with more options to choose from. We went even further with a new system experience we call Image Playground. You can choose from a range of concepts like themes, costumes, accessories, places. In a few seconds, you'll see Apple Intelligence creates a preview of what your image could look like. A moment later, you'll see more previews you can swipe through.
Yeah, so basically image generation on a simple level is gonna be integrated into your messages, notes, and some image playground different app. Again, nice, but I don't think it's gonna change the world.
This all happens on device, so you have the freedom to experiment and create as many images as you want.
Okay, so that's it. Guys, I think those were the most important moments of WWDC and Apple Intelligence. Feel free to hit a subscribe if this video was nice. And also I have a school community specifically for business owners and all about AI and automations. So the link is gonna be in the description. Join my school community because we have a lot of exclusive content there. Follow me on Instagram because I'm pretty much broadcasting a reality TV show of my life there at martinfur_coaching. And see you guys in the next video.